that has time to grow, you're expected to come in and produce. And I don't think a lot of young men and women and their parents or people were prepared for that side of it. And that's mentally taxing, Gus. It's not free. Working for it. That's right.
It's a job.
Yep.
And you got to go to school and get your education. That's right. Dixon. Perkins, quick release. Got it.
Shot.
He's got 10. Poplar. Perkins. And the foul.
But that's great. I mean, I tell you what, Nebraska, tide changed that late first half when they really listened to Coach Hoiberg, ran the Broncos off the three-point line and locked in defensively.
Right now, Villanova's got to figure something out. Three-point shot not working for Eric Dixon. He's 0 for 8 from the three-point line. Perkins. There's the figure.
But see, that's Villanova.
Determination, grit, toughness. That ends the 9-0 run. 77 up. Dixon facing now. Cross court. Poplar. Top of the arc. Perkins thought about it. And heads!
Not on that one. Got his legs up underneath and responded with that three.
19 on the shot clock for Perkins. For Dixon, rather. Inside, Malachi. Outside, Perkins has been hot and continues to be hot.
The turnover by Villanova.
Johnson, Ivy Curry, Coleman, and a turnover. Perkins leads, right hand up and in.
Harris looking to push. This is the freshman. Run to the point, end to end. No, Malone trying to tip it to himself and ends up with Perkins. They're excited about Caceres. You can see the length, 6'5". He's got some international experience with Team Canada. Rick is off the shot fake. Good find of Perkins in the corner for three. But a smart play. Seasons, 335 career wins as head coach, took Maryland to the Sweet 16 this year. He's going to have some work to do with this roster. A lot of these Villanova players in their final games with the Wildcats.
I hope to hear from him after the game, some critiques of maybe the play-by-play.
No, we Kevins stick together. That's one of the things. It's in the Kevin Creed.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I know he's a big fan of all of it. All Kevins everywhere. That three will drop for Tyler to be able to show Hassan Jope and say, you've got to get John.
I think you can look at Caceres, you can look at Dick, you can look at Joe. There's a lot of guys that as long as you retain them, there's work to be done. They have potential.
I think his bread is buttered at the rim. When you're open, you got to shoot it when you're leading scorer on your team.
Perkins ends up with a loose ball and can.
If you can use that quick first step to get into the paint, I don't know how consistently you can get that, but that's how you can get some buckets and get back into this game.
Gino, leave it. Corner. Trey is there.
Continuing to play the right way throughout the Big East tournament. So yes, great play right now, but it's something you can continue to build on as you advance.
12th straight season for Villanova with at least 10 Big East wins. And they're seemingly on their way to another one in the Big East tournament. Oh, it goes down. Tyler, 19 minutes off the bench.
Just again.
And he read it perfectly. Takes it in for two more.
Poplar, Dixon, off the fake, Eric Dixon, wow. He is cold. Perkins does hit, though. The others are picked. It's a Georgetown team with Sorber on the floor, top 30 in defense. That's just a rough pass from Peavy.
What Peavy was seeing there.
So that's 2 turnovers in 30 seconds after only having 1 to that point. Perkins just gave Villanova the lead. The Big East in threes at a taller height of 6'10". That's it. So that's the matchup nightmare that is Eric Dixon. We're tied at 60, 6.5 to go. Last week of Big East play, John Fanta and Nick Baugh. Let's see what drama we could be in for. Perkins just hit a 3 from Philadelphia.
Mitchell. Villanova up by 9. Marquette struggling to shoot the rock. High pick from Boachi. And Jordan Longino has been shooting it well from 3. Navigating the paint, nearly had it knocked away.
Dumont, late dish. Perkins. And got such.
I like it. He's got to go back to work. I like this match right here.
Butler gave it up. Dixon single coverage, bumping on Johnson. Dixon leaning into him, had to give it up. He got it to Perkins, who's been so hot from three.
When he's been in the game.
But no post-up game on either team. It's any lane touches with the bounce.
Villanova getting to 7-6 in the conference over the weekend. Top 5 in the Big East get that first round bye. They'd like to stay in that top 5.
His footwork defensively.
Perkins.
On the play, keeping it alive as well. Watch. Sounds like a famous opera singer.
It does. Just had a tune in you or two. Perkins.
Just on the floor. Smooth. Good insertion. Good kick.
Wilshire against that zone is off.
How about the check out right there, Mosley? They like him. Maybe he's going to bring something to the table.
Josiah Mosley, the freshman.
Plays hard. Pretty good handle.
Dixon to Perkins. Tyler Perkins bring it up.
All Dixon collaborate and run through the ball. First free man's got to get a touch.
Ricketts got it. Up to Perkins. Tyler Perkins, a near turnover, and Longino hangs on. It's down to 17. Villanova has a timeout if they want to stop things again. Down to 12. Poplar.
Oh, we should have taken it.
Perkins!
A retaliatory against.
Way through the first half. Poplar getting downhill. Can't connect. Tapped out. Perkins. The transfer from Penn. He's got a jumper.
You think too, John, with Xavier's pace, and people think, generally speaking, the pace is going up and down. You're looking for layups, but here's the case right there. They were looking for a spray out three on the break.
Think about this. Ryan Conwell hasn't scored. He had 34 in the first meeting, but it's been Maddox who's taken that role for Xavier with 6 on the shot clock. Tyler Perkins. Smooth. That's real. Xavier's got those fouls to use. Haven't used them. Ricketts out of control. Perkins cleans it up.
Your shooters, but if you can get a couple and steal a couple down low with Dixon, maybe that'll get them on track for the rest of this game. They're going to need them.
Xavier has scored 7 straight. That prompted the Neptune timeout. Just after Villanova started the second half strong. Here's Dixon trying to ignite.
He's struggling from the outside, so he turned away that long-range shot, which is smart.
Perkins hits.
Getting a hot hand is Conwell after those first game numbers earlier in the year that you mentioned early on, where he had the 34 points, career high.
Villanova was up 6 just a few moments ago. Perkins. Maddox with 3. Maddox. It went off the rim, but it's picked up by Dixon. They've got numbers. Perkins. Call it a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about that. Everybody on
Xavier in check. But when you think big picture, the one thing that you talk to Big East coaches about is, look, when we have to go up against an Eric Dixon and Wooga Poplar duo, on any night they can go off and win.
Well, that's what happened in that first half with Poplar, and then Dixon takes it over, and now you're seeing a little bit of a difference of defensive intensity here by Xavier, looking for jumping double team action, trying to get a deflection, but here's that pace that Villanova can play at.
Perkins, dagger.
Boy, for Brickets, they have a lot of good size on the perimeter. Good move. Got to finish that.
Could not finish, but on the putback, it is Tyler Perkins.
Now DePaul trying a little bit of zone.
Perkins, a 3 is good. Tyler Perkins just a...
Dixon, he sends it back out to Perkins. Another three for Tyler Perkins.
Wow, this kid, but also so strong with his shoulders. He gets even with you. It's too late.
Uncharacteristic stat there for Creighton with the 6 turnovers in this pace. That's a beautiful lane. They try to get him on the box. Or will they bring him out on the perimeter?
He starts downstairs. And his Perkins controls. Shot clock is still on, 2-second difference. And Dixon still stationary. Now they get to work with Perkins. He's doubled into the post for Dixon. Backdoor Perkins. They get an easy one.
Great at the glass. Just try to get him going and get his confidence up.
And Villanova starts with the ball after a half where they have just 10 field goals against one of the top defenses in the country. And Dixon back out there after the foul trouble late in the first half. And it is Perkins that starts the second half like he did in the first half. And Poplar sitting on the bench. Here's Perkins from the mid-range. They're hoping that's the one. Perkins back into the paint. Longino. Second look at it for Villanova. Duachi keeps it alive. Perkins, can he break out? He finally does.
Careful with his drives to the basket. That's a tough shot here.
Dixon fading away baseline. Rebound for Perkins. And he'll knock one down.
Noah for the Friars down their defensive end.
This without Dixon on the floor. Perkins. 1-2. They thought he was fouled.
He'll be able to shoot right over him.
Dixon steps back. Baseline. No. Perkins. Right place, right time to the shot clock.
Stewart up top, down low. Gonna say mouse in the house, and he could complete it.
Yeah, Perkins gave him just enough of a nudge. Good cut.
Dinged up, you can't be dinged up and injured. You have to play if you're out there. You can't do anything that's going to hurt your team. That was a shot that needed to be shot, and it resulted in an offensive rebound.
A runner goes for Tyler Perkins. The Penn Trail Villanova this afternoon, though, and the Wildcats on their way to a 10th win in 15 games. Yes, the start to the season featured some struggles as that falls for Perkins, but
Travel as well.
Tough to get away with it, those kicks that he's wearing, man.
Right? We call them Malone high tops.
Those are pretty sweet. Your mind goes to the 2014
Yes,
game.
the Ethan Rocky explosion in Philadelphia. But even last year, the game in March in Philly, Creighton shot the ball great to start the game.
And Tyler Perkins stays hot.
shot clock down to 10. Here's a Delusu, the fifth-year senior, and a contested shot.
But that's a wasted possession. I mean, you just don't get any ball movement, and you're not getting into any type of action at all. And it's 10 on the shot clock. So you got to run something.
Watch out for Tyler.
Renee has got to, it's just got to be a switch. You talk that out. You're getting into a late shot clock situation, but it can't be a dunk uncontested at the rim.
Your telestrator form was in February. There.
This is what I live for right here, so I appreciate that compliment.
Perkins dials side of it, although Villanova, they have not been a team that's heavily forced turnovers, basically averaging 11 a game and forcing 11.
But I think just the standing around and the holding the basketball there, that defense can just sit there. You don't have to have responsibilities, and then a total breakdown for Tyler Perkins. I'm still stunned here. It's just like I've never seen that before.
I am as well.
Yeah.
A 6-point game suddenly.
Well, Chauncey Jenkins, he's the one guy you can't go under. The way he shot the ball, the volume he shot it at, Villanova, they make him pay for going under on the ball screen.
Tyler Perkins. On Fanta Robbie Hummel with you for a Big East opener. Villanova up 7 on Seton Hall.
This is a clear out right here. He's got that whole side.
Dixon. There's an open man. It's Perkins. Catch.
You're just looking. Wusu there, shielding that defender off and finishing with his left hand.
You said it. Just when you're up 10, a quick shot.
Yeah, you take a quick one, and that just gives Seton Hall some life.
The closest they've gotten is 4 early in this second half. Perkins with 5. Tyler Perkins has been unstoppable.
Credit for Brown also. So they're happy with that shot on the break.
Villanova's turned it over 7 times. Dixon doubled. Extra pass to the corner. Perkins drills it.
Nice extra pass.
But, I mean, that was a hard shot. That's what you want defensively, guys, to take hard shots. That was a running hook shot while falling out of bounds.
He immediately told the Alabama transfer Chris Parker to shed a warm-up jersey. Temple scoring drought, a little over 3 minutes. Perkins, another. This game wide open, but that's why we're in the Big Five. They have taken care of the basketball, though. Perkins rattles it home, shaking his head in approval, saying, hey, that's okay, we're up 18. You can take that shot. Rick is in transition. Poplar's secondary break. Perkins drills it.
Casting dispersions. Nice open look for James.
He skips it off the front of the rim.
Lachie doing a nice job on the glass.
Look out here. Perkins thought about converting on the break. Pulls up.
Villanova over the years have been great at getting their touch in the lane and finding some people. They don't have the adept deep shooters that we've seen over the years.
On Gino, trying to navigate the paint, lost the handle. Brickus, the kick. Perkins out of the eye for Cincinnati's. Villanova's defense has found a second wind. Oh, no, that's too tall for Van Dale.
Yeah, not a good look. Poplar at the top of the zone. Got a little deflection, some size. Who's going to run the show now?
Longino will give it a go, but he's in trouble after picking up his dribble.
Nice.
Perkins off the screen. Got it from 3.
By the big fella, allow him to score right there.
Burton, that's a turnover. Giveaway by Ryder. In transition, Perkins dials it up. NBA.
Mikal Bridges was another.
NBA.
Eric Paschal was another. The list goes on and on and on.
Team threes as Ryder cashes in from the corner. It's Ife West Ingram.
Ingram just shooting right over Perkins right there on the out of bounds play. Can't allow that to happen if you're Villanova.
Perkins says why not, and he delivers.
Fast. You can always beat the press and then settle into your offense.
Perkins all alone, plus the foul. Perkins, he's got one-on-one against Harris Smith. Off his own miss, puts it back in. Shot. He's going deep in his bag. Maryland, a 9-0 run. Perkins all the way to the rim and ends the run.
possession. Ames pushes. Ames going to go all the way and comes up short. Too much size to contend with.
No real point guard on the floor with Brickus on the bench.
Perkins delivers the lefty.
Virginia against the size on the interior of Villanova.
Good to see Elijah Saunders back on the floor. Perkins with a three. And I'm not sure.
I played Charles in the finals last year. He always conveniently doesn't keep his score when we play.
Tyler.
Those are two guys they want to shoot it. Oh, he missed iron that time. Poplar got knocked down and got a rebound right to him. Perkins, and that's good for three. On the inbound. Longino thought about it. Poplar. Boy, that's impressive by Tyler Perkins. Overwhelming performance here by Villanova. Their passing tonight has been outstanding. That led to an easy
fails, though, Dave. They get the ball from 40 feet away, and
right.
The fans start saying, shoot it.
Right.
It just goes against the total grain of what you've been brought up to play basketball.
Trying to get in the last 25 seconds. The crowd rooting for Kellen O'Toole to get an opportunity. Tyler Perkins.
A large lead of the game for Columbia, and they're holding Villanova to just 44% shooting from the field here in the second half, 2 of 12 from three.
And this zone has been really terrific in the last 5 minutes.
And Jameer Brickus fouled out on that last possession, so now they have to do it without their true point guard. But it's time winding down for Villanova. Parker from the corner, no good. Longino chases down the board. Perkins, well defended by Brown, shakes him. He'll fire a three and can't.